outside Cahoots Theatre Company in downtown Toronto. I'm about to interview the artists here. It's going to be a great interview. Come join me. I'm here today at Cahoots Theatre Company in downtown Toronto, and I'm speaking with Marjorie, who is the artistic director of the theatre. Tell us a little bit about Cahoots and what makes it a special theatre company.
Sure. Cahoots Theatre is a culturally diverse theatre company. We're in our 27th season and primarily produce plays from writers of color. And we do this so that we bring voices that haven't been heard to the stage.
The company, of course, its mandate is it has a focus on diversity, so giving the voices on stage is really trying to open up the diverse voices on stage.
I myself was actually, as an actor, was one of my very first professional jobs was to work for this theatre company. And I've been working for the theatre company on and off as an actor, as a playwright, and now as artistic director for over the last 15 years.
So what made you want to get into theatre and how did you do so?
I have loved theater since I can remember. I actually was a performer for a long time and went to university and studied music and theater. In 2001, I moved to Toronto in the hopes of being a performer on stage and could not overcome my stage fright. So I figured, I'm surprised I'm holding up so well in front of a camera. So I decided, I didn't want to leave the arts. I wanted to find another avenue that I could explore that I was just as strong in that kept me close to the stage. So that's when I moved into production management, and then after that, I love being in charge of bigger and bigger things. So production management, you're in charge of the running of a production, but general management is in charge of the company that runs the productions as well. So it's just kept growing. I don't know where I'll go next.
So I'm here today with Camelia Koo, who is the costume designer and the set designer for Cahoots Theatre Company. How long have you been working here at the theatre?
Well, I don't just work for Cahoots, so I'm not like a resident designer or anything like that. It's just project by project, so when a project comes up and someone's interested in working with me and I'm available, then I'll work here. But I've actually worked with Cahoots the longest because they gave me my very first paid gig way back when.
What was that production that you did?
Mother Tongue.
Well, what advice do you have for other people who are aspiring theatre artists?
I think in general for aspiring theatre artists to really follow your passion, to see as many theatrical pieces that you can and identify what is it about it that you like. And when you identify those things that you're passionate about, then to go after them. Then to try and see if you can email that person and talk to that person that you're inspired by, and often they can have advice specifically where you want to go.
So do you have any advice for anybody who's interested in doing a program in a university for theatre?
I would just say learn everything. I went through a very technical theatre program first, knowing I wanted to be a designer, and then went into this sort of design, less about theatre design, but more the artistic side. But I'm glad I did. I'm glad I didn't go right into a design program because I wanted that technical background so that I know how to talk to carpenters. I know how to talk to wardrobe staff and props people, and with respect, and they are part of my team. They don't work for me. They are actually making my design possible. We're actually working together, and I don't think I would have gotten that necessarily if I went right into a design stream, because I think I would go in there going, I'm a designer, and my favorite part is actually working with the technical crew, because they make it happen. I just draw something silly on a napkin and they actually make it happen, and they do all the hard work. So
what advice do you have for up-and-coming artists in the theatre industry?
Being in Toronto for the last 12 years, I've just been exposed to more than I ever was when I was younger. And it's a city that's full of so many wonderful opportunities. So my advice would be seek those opportunities. Go out there, see as much as you can. There are so many free programs that are out there for youth, even for people my age, and just really can make connections with people and figure out what's out there that suits you, and just go learn and have fun.
That's great. Well, thank you so much, Kate. It's been great interviewing you. Thank you so much, Camelia, for your time. We really appreciated doing this interview with you. Well, thank you so much for speaking with us today. We really have enjoyed this conversation.
Thank you.
I just had a wonderful interview at Cahoots Theatre Company right here in downtown Toronto. I hope you enjoyed the interview. I know I did. Bye. Tell us a little bit more about how you were as an artist when you first began versus your changes you experience now. How do you feel like you've grown, in other words?
Now, I don't start with reading the play and making props list and costume list and set list, furniture list. I read the play and I understand the story, and I ask a lot of questions and I do a lot of detailed research into what are these characters going through? What is their story? What is their narrative? What's their transformation? Like, why are we watching this play now?